What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Tilt and their 1995 album Til It Kills. Thank you again to Paulie, as well as to Luca, who's deciding what she wants to do. Yeah, well, you should come up here rather than knocking everything down. That would be preferable. Alright, well, while she figures that out, I can tell you the next track in the playlist is Unravel. Or is it Unravels? No, Unravel. So yeah, it speaks to something falling apart or losing its binding and cohesion, and thus in that regard is often figuratively meant to indicate when someone's situation, maybe their life as a whole or a relationship, is coming apart at the seams, is being disintegrated or shredded, and thus is no longer a cohesive whole, and perhaps that suggests a negative or painful sentiment. Of course, you might unravel a problem. Like untangle, I would think, is a bit more common, because that would, something's tangled, it's a jumble, it's a mess, it's not seamless or woven together intentionally. Nevertheless, I suppose there could be a sentiment that is less negative than I'm inclined to think, but if I had to guess, I would say that it's maybe about falling apart and not in a good way. Let's see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Tilt. The song is Unravel, and it's from their 1995 album Til It Kills.
Here I am, still intact, and I could give myself credit for that, but I have cast a stone deep into my bones. A spoiled land my feet won't reach, the sun of blood and violent bleach. I need a square foot and a rope. We can weave, we can unravel, keep on sleeping right through our travels. We can weave.
So after, 4 songs now? I have to say my favorite thing about them is the lead singer's vocals. She really has an awesome voice, and I like that she can get a bit scratchy and raspy, but also hit a lot of lines very melodically. Let's see if we have lyrics here, because I think that chorus line is, we can weave, we can unravel, which seem to be like opposite processes, weaving something together, unraveling, going the other way. And certainly there was that line in the latter stages about, someone might go home and murder their wife and so on, which sounds like someone who has unraveled in a dangerous and violent sense. We do have lyrics. They're ridiculously small, so pardon me while I go get my phone, which has a light on it, which might allow me to possibly, maybe, be able to read this. Yes, you're fine, Luca. You're fine. But you do make moving on my chair more difficult. So, yes, let me investigate here. Yeah. Okay. Unravel. Oh god, it's still so small. Here I am, still intact. I did hear that. And I should give myself credit for that. but I have cast a stone deep into my throat. I squat on land, my feet won't reach. The shell of blood and bile and bleach. Oh, I keep a square foot and a rope. Or I need a square foot and a rope. We can weave, we can unravel, we keep on sleeping. I did hear that. Right through our travels, we can weave, we can unravel, take our confusion to a much higher level. Spit it up and hand it over to another child of squalor. What is that, pallid? Pallid wheezing? Is that what that is? Yeah, pallid wheezing. Lost all her color. So someone's like, they're dead. Her dark circles getting darker. He crossed her palm, but nothing seems to wake her from her shitty dreams. Or is it just dream? God, it's so small. Now she's become just one more helpless package of doom. A facade of doom. The city is especially vindictive tonight. The hitchhiker looks like he's helping home. Oh, he's heading home to murder his wife. Well, it's a proven fact they don't respond to every call for help in time. So there she stays, poor little girl, lying on the floor of a dirty bathroom. No folks, there's no device, no box of gods to descend. Is it box? A box of gods to descend and take this tragedy, tie up all the loose ends. So yeah, I don't know if I'm like more clear on what it's about after reading that, but it does sound like it's, you know, sort of a more general thing, and the idea that, you know, people can go different ways. They can help, they can need help, they can harm or be destroyed, and there's no supernatural intervention. There's, you know, sometimes the authorities like the police, law enforcement, they can't do anything about it, or they don't do anything about it, and there's no like supernatural balancer when it comes to why some things happen, whether they're just or not. So yeah, unraveling, and, you know, just speaking to the idea of we can weave, we can unravel, the idea that, you know, our human minds, our stability, our emotional disposition, it's a fragile balance, and it can be pushed one way or the other, and, you know, we can be victimizers or victims, and I suppose it's a comment on human nature. That's my best guess on it. I do, once again, very much like her voice, and I enjoy the progression of the song's melody for this one. So another top tune. Shout out to Paulie once more. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.